Hello everyone, I'm Bob Hamilton, FTA Chair and Commissioner of the Canada Revenue Agency. September is fast approaching and I hope you are starting to look forward to our upcoming FTA Plenary in Sydney. This will be the first time that the FTA Commissioners have come together in person since our meeting in Santiago, Chile in 2019. And I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say being able to reconnect in person again will be very beneficial. Our 2022 FTA Plenary also marks the 20th anniversary of the FTA. And in that time, we brought together experts and senior officials from tax administrations across the FTA, providing a global lead on issues and addressing common problems together. It is my pleasure to be working closely with the host of the 2022 FTA Plenary, Commissioner Chris Jordan, and the Australian Tax Office. Chris and I have worked closely together for many years now. In fact, he's my Vice-Chair in the FTA, and I can't wait for the upcoming event in Sydney later this year.
Thanks, Bob. Australia is honoured to be hosting the 2022 FTA Plenary event, and I'm looking forward to hosting it in my beautiful hometown of Sydney. By the end of your time here, I am sure you will be wishing you could stay longer. But I don't want you to just get excited about enjoying Sydney. I want you to start looking forward to the plenary itself. Meeting in Sydney this year gives us the chance to reflect on what we have been able to achieve in the last 20 years and to work together on our vision for the next phase of global tax administration. I hope that our time together propels us forward in our ambitions and achievements.
I agree, Chris. For me, this year's plenary will provide an ideal opportunity to come together and exchange knowledge and discuss important trends, challenges, risks, and opportunities. For example, and recognizing that COVID infections are still very much a concern in many parts of the world, we'll get the chance to discuss the challenges and opportunities of a post-COVID environment, which is something we will all have to deal with and adapt to.
That's right, Bob. We'll look at shifts in workforce management and demographics, changes in public administration, and how the challenges of the last few years have allowed for innovation and the challenging of accepted norms. Also on the agenda is a discussion of the future of the tax administration landscape as we look at the two-pillar solution currently being developed.
I agree that this is an important area of focus for tax administrations, Chris. This will be the biggest change to the international tax architecture in a century, so our coming together to start the implementation process is crucial. Successful implementation will require a great degree of cooperation between countries in the administration of these new rules.
Yes, that's right. Digitalisation and digital transformation will also be a hot topic, particularly when it comes to working with other parts of government and the private sector. This exchange of ideas will prove invaluable as we each seek to improve services in our own jurisdictions and support continued collaboration between a world of tax administrators. We know we can do this through our efforts in JITSIC over a number of years, where we have worked closely together to the common good. So we'll also look at capacity building and the best ways to do it effectively on a global scale. By sharing our gaps and overlaps, we can identify where it could be possible to have a more coordinated approach to improve outcomes internationally.
You know, over the last 20 years, we've created a globally connected network of tax administrators that we should all be proud of. The value of the FTA has never been more apparent than it was during COVID-19. We've been able to share experiences in real time, help other administrators consider and test their domestic responses, and address common problems. We saw problem solving and lessons being shared more than ever before, and I really look forward to connecting with you all in person in Sydney in September. We'll see you soon.
I also look forward to connecting with you in person in Sydney later this year. I hope you enjoy the event and find time to see the sights of Sydney and potentially even climb the Harbour Bridge or have a close-up with some of our native wildlife.